Light Fingered Lady. This is Wonder Woman season 2, starring the immortal Linda Carter. Okay, let's talk about it, of course, using my space system. So, getting into the story, I actually liked the story a lot in this one. It's actually a very, very good story, but I'm torn because it's actually a great story for Agent Diana Prince. So, if she was Agent Diana Prince, that white outfit or whatever, I feel like this show was probably really that. It's because she's always on these assignments, and I feel like if she was Wonder Woman, she could just clean this up in 5 seconds, really. So the story here is that Diana has to go undercover as a thief in order to get evidence against this crime boss guy, and he's pulling a big heist. There's these two crime lords, and one guy had stolen like 50 million bucks or something or whatever it was. And he's a collector of like ancient artifacts. And now this other crime boss guy is going to steal from that guy, and he's getting a team together. Bubba Smith is actually one of the characters that is on the team. So that's kind of neat. We'll get to characters momentarily. So Diana is undercover as a super thief who's going to infiltrate this gang and help them. And she uses her Wonder Woman abilities in order to help get through past some of the tests and all that. So I'm giving the storyline a 2 out of 2 because I actually think it's a good storyline for Diana Prince because there's a lot for her to do. She has to prove herself. There's actually a lot of twists and turns within the story itself. So like at one point, one of the guys doesn't trust this girl. He doesn't trust Diana, so he finds an old cellmate of hers and says, "Oh, is that her?" And she's like, "Yeah, that is her." It's like, "Oh, okay." And the suspense, I'm going to give the pacing a 2 out of 2 as well. The suspense of that was very good. So prior to that, he's like, "Okay, let's check her police record." So Steve Trevor and this other cop throw in a fake file for Diana as this villain character, and it's like, yeah. He bribes the cop, gets the file. It's like, okay, she is a criminal, but he doesn't trust that. Then he finds this woman who's her cellmate. Turns out the cellmate is actually an undercover woman using one of the Mission Impossible masks. So that was cool. There's actually a lot of suspense here because you're like, is Diana going to be found out or what's going to happen? And then the plan goes awry. Like they're supposed to get Diana. She's in this coffin or whatever. It's like a sarcophagus. It's like it looks like an Egyptian tomb, right? So she's in this thing. And the guy's a collector of this, and then so they it's like a Trojan horse. They throw her in, and when the guy gets it, she's supposed to come out of it, comes out of it, and then she can break the vault, turn off the alarm code or whatever, turn off the alarms. But it's like she gets thrown into the vault, so it's like, oh, now she as Wonder Woman she easily gets out, but now how is she going to show how she was there? So she has to play with that. There's these guard dogs. There's actually a lot going on. It's awesome. The only snag is that, like, literally, if she was Wonder Woman, she could just clean this up in 5 seconds. But as an Agent Diana Prince story, I really liked this one, pacing and thing. Now, the artistry is a 1. There's nothing really crazy going on. She's not fighting a weird creature, or she's not really doing anything fantastic with her powers. It's just like breaking locks or jumping, and so nothing really crazy. There's not like a big fight, really. It's pretty tame that way. There's no invisible jet sequence or something. Like it's just like everything looks fine, but there's nothing exciting going on there. So it looks okay. That's it. The characters, I'm going to give it a 1.5. I actually really liked the characters. Obviously, Linda Carter is the best, and there's no question there. I liked the villain. Actually, he was very smart as he could be, not knowing that Wonder Woman was on the case and he was going to get screwed over by Wonder Woman. If it was just Diana, I mean, he played everything right. And the other character too, the Weasel character, he looked her up, he got the girl to confirm the identity. They did everything they possibly could. There's sort of the guy that brings Diana in. He was an interesting character. They had Bubba Smith for his strength. They had this little other guy who's like kind of like the safecracker guy. I liked the characters. I didn't love all of them, but they were pretty interesting. I wish they could have done a little bit more with some of the side characters, but 1.5, I really enjoyed the characters in this one. Of course, Linda Carter's the best. For the enjoyment factor overall, I'm going to give it also a 1.5. I actually really liked this episode, though I still feel that it could have been more Wonder Woman-ish than Agent Prince. But I still really liked it. It was a good story, and there was a lot of suspense, and that really brought this one up to an 8 out of 10 for this episode of Wonder Woman. Everybody, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel and check out the other Wonder Woman stuff. Love the show. Again, I'm reviewing the show based on itself. It's one of my favorite TV shows of all time. It's my second favorite superhero show right after, of course, Batman 66, which I do have a playlist for that as well. Yeah, I loved it. It was a great episode. Let me know what your thoughts are on this one in the comments. Thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.